Good morning. Well, good morning to all the folks on the West Coast. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good tomorrow. I'd like to start today by introducing myself. Again, my name is Andrea, and I am many things, but the reason I'm here is that I am an avid knitter, an artist, a teacher, a mentor, and this channel has really given me the opportunity to make all kinds of amazing connections in this beautiful knitting community, and I'm so grateful that you're all here. My kids actually pointed out that I have quite a lot of subscribers now, which is so funny. I'm glad to have them so that, someone's keeping track. But I just want to begin by saying how much I appreciate it and how much fun I'm having and loving sort of the back and forth dialogue that I have with whomever through comments here or through private messaging on Instagram. Anyway, I'm super excited and happy that this channel is growing, and I hope to grow it even more. And thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I'm having so much fun. So let's talk about knitting, because I just want to talk about knitting pretty much 24/7. And I need to speak to people who speak my language, because a lot of times I try and explain something so incredible and, I get this sort of like blank stare. Anyway, I know I won't get that from you, and I hope y'all have a project in your lap, a beverage of choice. I am on my second cup of coffee. I'm really happy I found my little travel mug here, so I can keep my coffee hot and chat about all the things. So, it's been a great couple of weeks since we last, I always say we, and this is so silly, but since I was last on here, things have been pretty good. I'm really into what I'm knitting, which I'm gonna share with you now. And I'm also having a grand time watching my oldest daughter travel across the world. I'm getting such a kick out of it, and I'm so happy for her. And I'm super excited because I've gotten quite a number of you. I want to say like maybe more than a dozen are interested in having a Zoom meetup, knit night. I'm even considering, wow, maybe we just need to make a knit night out of it, but I'm not going to put the cart before the horse here, but we need each other. We need each other. So I'm very excited about that and appreciate everyone who has sent in their emails. I'm so excited. It's going to be in March. I already set the date, but that is all the information about that will come through an email. And tomorrow's going to be the cutoff for gathering emails, just because it's my first time sort of hosting such a big Zoom thingy majiggy, so I don't want to put my toe into the giant ocean of Zoomology. Anyway, okay, knitting. So if you follow me on Instagram, which I really hope you do, you know that I started knitting and cannot put down my Sunday morning shawl. And this Sunday morning shawl, I'll show it to you how far I've gotten. It really kind of knits itself. I mean, it is so fast. And this is a 60-inch needle, and I can't even really spread it out as much as I would like to. But it is a gorgeous, this is upside down. This is the gorgeous Sunday morning shawl. Okay, this color, it's called Dirty Weekend. The yarn, let me show you. The yarn is from Sonder Yarn Co, which is also the pattern writer, Melissa Clulow. And she is the really artistic, sensitive, really incredible color master, dyer, director of all colors for Sonder Yarn Co. And I'm using Sunday Morning DK. And anyway, this is a really luscious yarn. The color I'm working with is called Dirty Weekend, which immediately speaks to me, martinis on a Friday night with lots of olives. So, of course, I love it. And anyway, it is just a really simple but just engaging enough pattern. And the pattern calls for 3 skeins of yarn. I'm getting all caught up. And this is, I'm on my 2nd skein, and this is what I have left. So I definitely couldn't make it through the whole shawl with 2 skeins because there are another section. I think I'm midway through a stockinette section, and then there's a bobble section, and you know, bobbles eat lots of yarn. So, and I'm even thinking that just because I have a whole skein left, and I complain a lot about triangle shawls not wrapping around me in the way that I would like. So I think I'm just gonna keep going with the pattern and maybe do a couple more repeats of the pattern and then do the bobbles. Because I envision this to be like my home sofa, cozy, wrap in deliciousness shawl. Yeah, I love it. Sunday Morning Shawl. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. There are many beautiful Sunday shawls out there. I know there's also a wrap version, which I considered, and you know, I've said before, I don't repeat patterns, but I absolutely will make the wrap. I have yarn for another shawl, and I don't know, but at the time of casting on, it just wasn't really speaking to me, but it will make a beautiful wrap. So I'm excited. And this yarn is 75% BFL, 25% Masham. Their tagline, which when I got another package from Sonder Yarn, which I'm gonna show in just a minute. Their tagline is knit your story. And I think that's a really inspiring way to look at knitting, you know? And I know I've talked about, many others have talked about sort of that kind of stitch by stitch mentality, recording of one's life, thoughts, processes. This is the kind of knit where, you know, you can really mull over things, and it's a beautiful knitting experience, and it's also a beautiful, beautiful result. So I really can't recommend this shawl more. It's been wonderful, and I don't want it to end, so I'm not going going to. I guess I also want to share what I'm wearing because I forgot to do that. This is Flutter Butt, which is a great name. This is the, I'm gonna stand up, the Flutter Butt top by Jessie Maede Designs. This is my second Flutter Butt. I love the Flutter Butt. Can you tell? This I made in a single strand of Nutiden yarn, and it's I think it's one of the first plates that I've ever really felt comfortable doing that. And I can't remember the color name, but I will list it below. But this is just such a fun knit. And as you can tell, it is really comfy to wear. And it is light as a feather. I mean, it just weighs absolutely nothing. And you know, as with a lot of things in Nutiden and other wool, the more I wear it, the softer it gets. I've never had a problem with this. I love this design. I love a kind of bateau boat, I think it's called a boat neck, bateau, not sure. This one is my second Flutter Butt top that I've made. The first one I made was in a really fiery cherry red with a teeny bit of sparkle. And that version was knit very close to skin. So that is a whole nother look for another day. But this one, I think I can't remember the size. I really am not good at that. But basically, I wanted something really oversized. You all know I love these oversized tops. And so I went for a size that, you know, maybe 2 sizes bigger than my usual. And I love it. And I wear it a lot, and I wear it out, and I have gotten so many compliments. I'm standing up again. I've gotten so many compliments on it. Like in public, people are like, "Oh, I love your sweater. Where'd you get that?" Someone even asked me if I would commission one. And you know, I was like, no, because it would be $1,000,000 in hard labor, and I don't have time. Anyway, Jessie Maede, one of my favorite patterns. Oh, I guess I have made 2 of these. I forget because they're actually so different. They look so different because of the size and the yarn and all of that. So actually that's kind of a cool thought, because I'm never really inspired to knit 2 of the same pattern. But now that I'm thinking about it with you, I realize how different garments, the same pattern, can be actualized in totally different ways, depending on size, depending on material, yarn that you choose. So I definitely have some favorites. So I need to keep that in mind. So yeah, Sunday morning, Jessie Maede. And then because we're speaking of Sonder yarn, I want to share a kit that I bought. I know. I'm not really adhering to my no buy intention that I set earlier this year, like last month. And not for any particular reason. Like, I think I am using a lot of my single skeins and things like that for shawls, and I think that is definitely the way for me to go. Using up stuff that I already have, although I did, well, you'll see in a minute. Anyway, Sonder Yarn has a sweater pattern also called Sunday Morning. And I want to see if I have the picture because, yeah. So I did buy a kit. This is a very wonderful, easy like Sunday morning, raglan, gentle design sweater. The wonderful gals over at Knitting a Good Yarn podcast have been sort of waxing poetic about this pattern, and you should definitely check out their episode where they actually show different versions of the sweater and how it fits differently on both of them, on each of them. They swap, it's adorable. They're so amazing. You should definitely be watching that podcast. But anyway, so this is another free pattern, and I've had this in my files for such a long time. And I bought a kit, and I'm gonna show the yarn because it's actually stunning. This is the kit that I bought. I'm gonna try and come forward. Look at these gorgeous colors. So it comes with, in the kit, it came with 3 skeins of the DK. This is the color French Press. And the DK is held with a luscious, soft mohair called Halo. And this is the colorway Horsetail, which, oh my God, it is actually so gorgeous. So this is what I'm gonna be making that sweater with. And this has like a really beautiful kind of auburn. This is an absolutely gorgeous color. This is just such a gorgeous color. So I'm really happy that I was able to score a kit. And you know, this just gives me every single thing that I need in order to make this beautiful sweater, which I think I'm going to definitely be making kind of an oversized fit type size. And I also just wanted to share that in my kit, I got these really sweet little, which I'm always needing a ruler, by the way. So I got this like great cardboard ruler, knit your story. And I got a sticker, knit your story. And I just love it. I think this is like such a wonderful, just a wonderful thought to kind of meditate on as you're knitting, right? And how personal this craft, this thing that we do is so personal. And I can make a sweater and you can make the same sweater and we're gonna get totally different sweaters, which is so amazing. It is our story. Our stories are completely, you know, are completely woven into every single thing we make. And it's really cool. So that is gonna be a cast on this year. Not exactly, I haven't really planned it. I am really trying to stick with my 3 objects going at one time. I cannot cast on. This is just me. I cannot cast on until something is finished. So I've got the Sunday morning shawl in process. I have another shawl in process that I'm gonna show now. And then I have a little project that I hope to finish up actually this week because it's a gift and it's late. So the other shawl that I'm knitting is the Laneus shawl. And Laneus shawl, and I believe there's a sweater pattern, is designed by Teti Lutsak, and she also goes by Teti's Garden on Instagram, I think. And this is the kind of knit where I really actually have to pay complete attention. It's all charted, which I love charts so much. There's also accompanying written instructions, which I think is quite amazing. Oh shoot. Looks like I left it midway, so this might not be the best way to show. Okay, well, we're gonna do our best. I'm gonna do my best to show this because it's actually so beautiful and I love making it. It is a fingering weight plus a mohair, I think a sport weight then. Not quite DK because it's pretty thin. And I'm using a variety of yarns that I have. I have the first part. Oh, can you even see that? The first part, this sort of textured pattern, is a Farmer's Daughter Fiber Sock Squad. Beautiful yarn. And I'm holding it with this, which is, I said it was something else last time, and I made a mistake. This is actually Rowan, and it's called Cashmere Haze, and unfortunately it is no longer available. They're not making it, but it's extremely soft, and it just makes a really beautiful soft pairing with these like strawberry color. So I have this much done, which is about, well, it's the first color work section. The flowers are all done in beautiful Nutiden in kind of a powdery sky blue. Wow, the light is really changing because the clouds are coming. This is a really beautiful blue color that I'm just so in love with. And anyway, this is going to be there's 2 rounds of flowers, and the way the color work is worked is it's Rusamine style, which just means that the color work happens on the front of the fabric, and it's such a beautiful way to design color work, I think. I'm gonna try and bring it a little closer. Because they really are like these little puff dimension. It just adds like such a beautiful dimension to the fabric. So I'm really, losing stitches. I'm really enjoying this, but again, it has to be really quiet. So it's kind of good because, you know, I sit with my kids when they do homework. They have so much homework, it is ridiculous. Anyway, I sit with my kids, so this is actually a great project for me to work on because it's pretty quiet and I can just pay attention to what I'm doing. I want to show you guys this project bag, which I meant to show last time, which I can't even begin to tell you how much I love. Oh my God. Okay, this has come a long way though. This is from a maker in London, and I don't know the name offhand, but everything I discuss here will be in the description box below. This is such a generous size bag. It's got this like really nice strap, a little leather thing on the zipper. It's so beautifully made. I've gotten other things from this particular maker, and everything is just meticulously sewn. They have a shop on Etsy, and I just thought this was amazing. I mean, I could not resist the sheep face. So I'm keeping my Laneus shawl in there. I find a lot of bags just are not quite big enough. I don't love shoving stuff into a small space, so I really like this one for its generous size. And there's lots of pockets inside too, which is fantastic. Okay, let's take a sip of coffee. Cheers. Okay. My third whip is a gift, and I mentioned it in the podcast a couple weeks ago as I really want to cast this on. So it's called Cantabile collar, and the designer is Miki Teragaki. And it's very hard to see, but I will show you kind of an image. And the one I'm making is the shorter, kind of deeper collar, which I think is in the purple. And I don't think I have any photographs of them, how it's worn, but essentially it is a beautiful big collar that you knit from the bottom towards the neck. And eventually, so I'm just really on the like lots of stitches part, but the fabric is insane. It is so gorgeous. It is so fluffy. And this is, I think, my first time ever using Farmer's Daughter Fibers Foxy Lady, and holy smokes. Okay, obviously I am sitting too far from the camera, but I don't want to redo it. Ugh. All right, so just forgive me and getting a little workout, a little core exercise. Okay, so for this collar, I'm using these two yarns. This is the Foxy Lady, which is like insanely gorgeous. And this is the mohair that I'm holding with it, and it is also insanely gorgeous. And this is this was actually custom dyed for me by Sweet Nesting, who is a Southern California. Sorry, I'm just gonna start sitting here. Hi. She is a maker in Southern California, and she makes gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. So this is the fabric that it's making. And I don't know if you can see the halo, but the halo is real. The halo is maybe that. Anyway, so it's a lot of stitches and a lot of stockinette, but eventually you do these like really cool pleats with a cable needle. And I just can't wait to get to that section because then I know I'm almost done. But anyway, it's gonna lay flat. It's gonna continue up here, and once you make the pleats, it's got this like really awesome pleated shape. And two I-cord strings are going to be created so that my sister will be able to tie it. Oh, it's a gift from my sister. She doesn't watch these. My sister is a Valentine's baby. And so, yeah, I'm a little late, but whatever, it's okay. Cantabile collar, Miki Teragaki. She has some other really wonderful kind of smaller shawlettes, other kinds of collars with some cables and lace, and you should really check her out on Ravelry. She has such beautiful things. So those are my 3 works in progress. I want to share something else, and this is a kit that I bought recently. I was just so blown away by this color palette, and I love Stephen West shawls, as you guys know. I think they're actually, I'll preface this by saying, I think the designs that he creates provide a wonderful opportunity to use those lonely skeins, you know, single skeins that you bought or you received and you don't really know what to do with them. But I saw this kit. First I saw the shawl, and it's called, I think, Striation Shawl. It's the most recent one. He's been showing it a lot. It has these like incredible striping. It is a massive shawl. The one he showed has been sort of in these like blackberry, plummy, amazing colors. And it's a fingering weight shawl and uses mohair. And they put together some kits, and I bought a kit that blew my mind. I don't want to take it out of the packaging, so I apologize if there's a lot of crinkling, but this is the kit that's designed, I think the kits are all designed by Punk Rock Unicorn, which is not a dyer I've worked with before, but I know Stephen West carries a lot of their yarn. I'm not even sure if like you can really see how stunning it is through this plastic, so I think I do have to take it out. This kit came with, I want to try and do it in order, shoot. Okay, this kit came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skeins of yarn. I think I'm gonna try and keep it in this colorway. And the last skein here, boop, 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 is the mohair. So the first skein is called Soul, and it's got these just absolutely beautiful, it's a really creamy white with some tiny, tiny sprinkles of turquoise and rusty brown and orange. This yarn is ridiculously soft. It's a superwash yarn. The next color, look at how rad their labels are too. I mean, this is just so cool. Okay, I'm sorry, the base is called Soul. This is called Bright Aqua. And look at that. I'm gonna have to pause. Okay, I'm back. That was some sounds of gardening happening. Come here, June. My dog is a little concerned right now about the weed whacker. Where was I? Okay, I showed you the creamy. The cream is actually called Goa Light. This insane green is turquoise bright aqua. The rust is called Maroni, and it's like also got these like beautiful speckles. I can't tell what colors they are, but they look really dark browns, something like that. And then we have this cool, crazy one called Loki. This kit, by the way, is called, I think, Bangkok. And that might have been part of the reason that I was so drawn to it, because I've been to Bangkok. It was one of, I think it was, yeah, the last trip that we all took with my dad. So, and here's the mohair, which is called Bangkok, actually. So, I'm gonna make this shawl, and I don't think I have any of these colors in my own stash. And it's okay. And it's actually like, I cannot wait to make this. Yeah, so God, I don't have my notes with me, but I think it's called Striation Shawl. And if you've been on Instagram and if you follow Stephen West, you will have seen it multiple times. It's stunning. So yeah, so I got that kit and I'm gonna knit that up, and I can't wait, and I don't know when. I have to finish a shawl, but I can't wait. Yep, I think that is mostly all the knitting. Oh, except there's one really fun thing. You guys, I made a chicken. Okay, there's like a chicken, this emotional support chicken, I think there must have been a cow going on or something, because I started seeing it a couple of weeks ago just on YouTube with like people's like thumbnail, like, chicken. And I was like, okay, I have seen these chickens. So as you all know, I live in Los Angeles, and the Knitting Tree, Los Angeles, LA, is south of me, kind of a little distance, but I've been there. I went there a couple of years ago for, I feel like they had a yarn marketplace type thing. Not a Stitches, but anyway, where, you know, the owner really likes to highlight local makers. So that was the first time I had actually been to the shop, and it was so amazing because there are like, I don't know, 40 chickens, 30 chickens lining the walls of her shop on these little shelves, and it is quite amazing. And when I saw them in her shop, I thought they were the coolest things. And I'm pretty sure that she came up with this redesign during the pandemic. And so because I saw one, on Instagram, I mean, not Instagram, what did I say? YouTube. I saw a YouTuber like holding her chicken, and I was like, oh my God, I have to make a chicken. My middle son is in high school. He is a sophomore, and it is really intense. And I just felt like this would be so perfect for him. And can I tell you that I knit this in one day? It's all done in pieces. So you do like the back, tail guy first, then you do the midsection and the breasts. Then you do, you know, the neck and the head and the beak. And then you add these little combs, which were just actually so crazy fun to make. And this little waddle. What the heck? So I knit this in a day, and it's all worsted weight. I held whatever yarns together. I just sort of played with my stash. Hey, another great way to use stash is make chickens. It's super simple, and it really just is, I think the thing you really just need to be comfortable with is short rows. It calls for wrap and turn, but I like to use German short rows, and so the way I did that was I just knit one stitch beyond what the pattern calls for, then I turn it and I slip that stitch over and make a double stitch. And I did that throughout the pattern. But, you know, I had so much fun making this. And I definitely am gonna make more. I feel like everybody needs a chicken. First of all, it's so hilarious. You can't, it's kind of just brilliant. I don't know. Sure, it could be a puppy. Sure, it could be a kitten. But the fact that it's a freaking chicken is just like, it's so light. It's lighthearted. And let me tell you, this is a thing to hug. And it tells you to hug it. And it is sort of like the perfect hug. My son's been walking around like this, like holding it like a little football. And y'all have to make one. I think there's a cow going on because I went on to Ravelry and like this month alone, there's like hundreds of chickens. And so I don't know. I don't know who's hosting the cow, but there's definitely like chickens. Chickens are happening right now. So make one. They're so wonderful. Actually, I will say the main yarn, which is ridiculously gorgeous and soft, is from, it's a worsted weight yarn from Jill Draper Makes Stuff. And I think it's called Black Cherry, the colorway. And wow, it's so beautiful and it's super soft. Now, I did not wash the fabric. I didn't block the chicken fabric. It might be cool to do that. I might do that next time because I have 3 children. So now I have to make 2 more chickens for absolutely sure. I might try on the next chicken to block it and see if it makes a difference. I don't know that it does, to be honest. Maybe it fills in a little more because like I did stuff it. You can almost see the stuffing inside just because it's such a dark color. But anyway, I cannot recommend this pattern enough. It's totally awesome. Make a chicken. You've got the yarn. We all know you've got the yarn in your closet. Make a chicken. Okay. And that's it. That is my knitting story today. Thank you all for being here and hanging out with me. I am super, super excited about the Zoom, and it will be in March. And you should all receive an email with the date and the time and a link. I'll try to do it Friday, but I might not get to it till Monday. And how I expect the Zoom to go is just really, initially I had wanted to connect with the folks who are participating in the Pierre Affair Cal. And if you don't know what that is, it is a knit along that Knit LA is hosting here through this channel and on Instagram. And it's any of the Pierre patterns by West Knits, Stephen West. So I chose to knit the Pierre shawl, which had been on my list for a couple of years. It is a gorgeous textured shawl pattern knit up in DK weight. And I think some others are finishing up shawls. I plan to knit the socks, I think. I know there's a sweater pattern that someone is going to make. The Cal is very chill. It lasts probably, maybe it's too long, I don't know. Anyway, it started in January and it runs through May. So there's plenty of time. If you don't know any of these patterns, go check them out. The shawl knits up very quickly. It's like heavenly, heavenly, and it wraps beautifully. And I've shown it on here and on Instagram. So if you want to take another look, please do so. The hashtag is Pierre Affair Cal, and I will make sure to put that with the correct spelling and everything. That link down below. So initially that's what the Zoom idea was, to just connect with the people who were making it. But a lot of other people started asking like, hey, can I join? Can I join? And I'm like, yeah, of course. So, you know, it's really kind of just a knit night. I thought it would be so cool to like see your faces, connect in sort of a more two-way street instead of just a one-way street. I love all of your comments, and I really do make an effort to respond to every single one. I love engaging even through text, whether it's Instagram or here on YouTube. And I love reading everything you have to say. And I feel like that is a way to get to know someone, you know, how they express themselves, how they're writing, what they're working on. But it's not the same as, you know, really meeting in person. So this is sort of as close to in person as we can get, because I know there's folks from around the world interested in joining. So I'm so excited. So yeah, that's my story. Let me know in the comments below what you're knitting. What's bringing you joy? If you think you want to make a chicken. Yeah, anything. I'm really open to anything. So expect, those of you who have reached out, expect an email and you're in your inbox soon-ish. I'm sorry, I have to crawl over. And thank you so much for hanging out. And I'll see you next time. Have a great one.